got it, bro.
It says, let all those that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee. And let such as love thy salvation say continually, let Yahweh be magnified. When I am poor and needy, make haste unto me, O power. Thou art my help and my deliverer. O Lord, make me tarry.
That's right. And these niggas right here are gonna be really, they're gonna be really, what's the word? Not engaged, but like activated. These niggas are gonna be activated in these times to come, man. When this devil demonizes us on a very high level, man. You know, these niggas are gonna be activated. The ones that are laugh, mock, scorn, you know, have some type of hatred towards us, which really they hate Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They're gonna be activated in those times, man. You know, because this devil's basically gonna push a decree that be like, hey, whatever you want to do with them, hey, do it. We ain't gonna. We'll turn we'll look the other way.
Somebody activating Yahweh Shai.
Yo, exactly. Give it up. Exactly. Yo. Right.
I got a few.
Because he was wrongfully accused. He was brought forth on false charges. Did they? Pontius Pilate, he said, "I wash my hands." You know, because he's like, "This ain't right. This is on you. It's not on me. It's on you."
They had dreams.
His old lady, his wife, right. You know, so they're basically gonna be open season, on us for these people, man. But we know the Lord's gonna be protecting us in those times, man. Right. You know.
I got something.
Go ahead, bring yours out.
I got a few. I got two. Well, I got six. And it's all going. It's about the one, the Leviathan, and then the one you want to in Wisdom of Solomon.
Gotcha.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 49. Then thou didst ordain two living creatures, that one calleth Enoch and the other Leviathan, and didst separate the one from the other, for the seventh parts, namely, where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both. Unto Enoch thou gavest one part, which was dried up on the third day. So the Lord gave Enoch, which we don't know what this creature coincides with, but he walks the earth. He walks on the land, right? And they that dwell in the same part, wherein are 1,000 hills.
But Enoch also goes into being, man.
Okay. And then verse 52, it says, but unto Leviathan thou gavest the seventh part, namely the moist, and has kept him to be devourer, of whom thou wilt and win.
Yeah, in the water, man, in the sea, man. You know, that's considered a mythological creature to these people, man. You know, but you go into the ancient history of all these nations, they all have a story or some type of history documentation that they wrote about some great dragon in the sea.
Oh, man. Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah, Loch Ness Monster. You got, especially when you go into China and Japan, they got all types of, just look at the art they have in Japan. They got these big dragons everywhere, you know, because it actually exists, man. You know?
I got the Wisdom of Solomon one you were talking about. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11 and verse 17. It says, for thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created.
Yeah, unknown wild beasts. You in the woods, they're gonna see something like, yo, what is that? Is that a dog? Is that a wolf? Is that a bear? Is that a lion?
You ain't gonna, Bigfoot?
You know, you don't even know what it is, man. Something 10, 11 feet gonna be walking towards you, man. Ain't no running, ain't no hiding, man. Go ahead.
You're gonna have demons out here too.
Yeah, kind of.
Just like it was in the old Egypt.
Yep.
It says breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scent.
Yeah, and we ain't even talking about Leviathan. You know, so there's gonna be things on the earth, on land, they're gonna shoot fire out of their mouth, man. So you might have literal dragons.
Yeah.
You know, besides not even concerning Leviathan, just dragons that walk the earth and fly and shoot out things out of their mouth, out of their eyes. A smell that'll kill you. You know? Go ahead, bro.
It says filthy scents of scented smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. Whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroyed them.
Yeah, this thing ain't even gonna have to, he ain't even have to do nothing to it. He just like, yo, these people that I run up on, I don't even have to kill. I got 0 kills, but I just eat them. You know, I run up on them and they just lay down for me. That thing's gonna be like, I don't get it. What's wrong with these people? These people are literally gonna drop dead just at the sight of whatever creature or beast that they see, man. You know? the spirit's literally gonna leave them, man. You know, they're gonna literally have an on-site heart attack. You know, instant heart attack. There ain't no running, ain't no hiding, ain't no fight back. You know.
I think it's
Go ahead, bro.
It says, Jay, and without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad through the breath of thy power, but thou hast ordered all things in measure and number and weight.
That's right, man.
So they're going to receive their judgment based on how the Lord is deemed for these people to be judged, man.
Right.
If it's going to be death by, a dragon in regards to how their brother was speaking to him, and it shoot fire out his mouth, then that's what the judgment of the Lord is for you.
It's done. Hey, whatever you did in your past life, your judgment has come. Your judgment's already set. The Lord might add a little bit on top of that for how wicked you were in this life.
Look,
He might get your judgment for your past life. Matter of fact, you're getting this extra. You was even more wicked in this life.
He might have the dragon shoot fire on you, then have you alive for those thermonuclear missiles,
Yeah,
man.
God. You know?
That was it.
Oh, that was it? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't know this whole time niggas was on goddamn those bucket pumps. I thought he really had drugs. You saw, man. Everywhere. No matter where we go, we got someone on the table.
Hebrews 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Right.
Going back to what Karatazar said, like, you don't want to fall into the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and his spooky judges, man.
Right.
You know, they got sinkholes back. I mean, sinkholes
Oh, yeah.
here, but, it's going to get to a point where sinkholes going to be taking the whole neighborhoods out,
Right.
man. Houses are going to be
Open
falling
up,
right into
bro.
the sinkholes, yeah.
Oh, you see, I think it was in
And
Chile.
Yeah. They
The
said
Lord,
8 feet wide.
remember what was when the Lord opened up the ground?
Yup,
and spawned out?
because it was I think something, because he stole some shit.
Yep.
Him and all his household.
When they got destroyed.
And they closed up on their ass. Yo, you got a long ass fall, and then just imagine as you falling,
Hope you
the
ain't scared
earth
of
is
the dark.
closing in on your ass.
Hope you ain't scared of the dark.
Dang.
If you like bugs, if you don't like spiders, you don't want to get swallowed up by the ground.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And look, they said it was
Man.
700 feet deep. I don't know how they would know
Yeah,
that, but
yeah.
they said it was 700 feet deep.
Right.
They
Yeah.
probably dropped the.
He died.
And they ain't making it.
He died.
I got another one. Job, this is what you were calling for earlier. Job 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Verse 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. I'm gonna jump down. Verse 22. At destruction in famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Hey, hold that. That's beautiful. 'Cause right now, the majority of our people, they're laughing, they're mocking, they're having a good old time. When all hell breaks loose and things get really rough out here, hey, we're gonna be laughing at y'all.
Remember, I think it was out here. Remember that dude let the lions out, killed himself? I remember a couple years ago.
I remember some nigga woman got in the goddamn lion cage and the lion ain't fuck with her. I don't know.
He let the lions out. Did he eat them?
Nah,
He eat himself?
he had like a zoo in his own zoo.
Yeah.
Let all of them out and he killed himself.
Oh.
And he tried to go in there and shoot all the lions.
Shoot all the lions.
Dang.
But it's gonna be a time where it ain't, that's not gonna happen. They're just gonna
Yep.
people just gonna let these lions out.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's gonna be
zoos
wild.
on it.
It's
You
gonna
got-
be bears.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a
You got these
nigga
animal
come-
activists
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
These animal activists, when there ain't no, when all hell breaks
Put a
loose, they're gonna be like, oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
the animals, they have
Peter got
nothing
out
to
of
eat.
jail that way.
They're in cage. A lot of these, you got a lot of activists out here right now that don't, that believe that animals shouldn't be in these zoos. These animal prison houses, man. So how much more do you think when all hell breaks loose and animals ain't getting fed and they know them animals are gonna die? They're gonna go and break down them cages. They're gonna break in them zoos. You're gonna have the big old bolt cutters, boom.
What's that?
They
What's
gonna
that?
get
it. Yeah, they
That's
probably
an
gonna get
animal
on the way out.
organization that does that. What's that animal organization?
Yeah.
Gila or something
Yeah,
like
something
that?
like that. Yeah, they're gonna let these bears, these bears and lions been in captivity for so long, they got a whole lot of anger built up.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they like, yo, they gonna really use their hunting skill. They probably never hunt in their life, so they just can't wait. Imagine if you were built and made to be a hunter, and you ain't never get to perform it in your whole life.
Hey, them
As soon as
two-
you get a chance, bro, you ruthless.
Them 2 bears that you read about earlier
Yeah.
in 2 Kings
Yeah.
Fuck people up too, bro.
Animal raising.
Yeah. And the 2 kids them kids that was fucking with the prophet.
Right.
They out here somewhere.
They out here
too.
somewhere else, rocking and
Yeah.
scoffing, man. Throwing rocks and shit. You got it, bro.
They're listening on that, yo.
So Psalm 71 and 1. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. It's like we went to the time of Daniel, when they threw Daniel in the pit of the lion. Daniel was good, you know. And they made sure that Daniel was going to be eaten by those lions. They didn't feed him for a week, you know. It withheld the food, thinking that Daniel was going to be devoured, man.
Right.
But the Lord, hey, he kept his composure. The Lord put the spirit on the people's composure. The Lord put the spirit for the lions not to touch them. Same thing gonna be with us out here, man. With us doing the will of the Lord, man. The Lord's really gonna make it manifest that He's dealing with us, man, in these last days, man. So again, just like Elder Yashua, we wanted to the video we did today about News and Alex Jones, he basically tells you really have to believe in the Heavenly Father, just as these elites believe in their left hand, you know, by their magic, you know. We really had to believe in the Heavenly Father, that He's gonna be with us, you know, He's gonna walk with us, He's gonna show His strength to us, right? You know, you can't be moved, man.
And we're constantly going through things every day that increases our faith. You know, we're going through certain things in our daily lives, like, oh, the Lord just brought me through that. You know, the Lord put me in this to deliver me out of it to increase my faith, man.
That
You know, so
process.
because we're constantly going through things, man. You know, we've all been in certain situations. We're like, it's crazy how I got out of that. You know, but we know it was the Lord that brought us out of that, man. You know, and whenever every brother's situation is different, man. Did you read that again, Bobby? I got to put something over that.
And then I got something to go exactly what he said in regards to Daniel.
That's, Psalm 71 and 1. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me and save me. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort.
That's right. And 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they don't put their trust in Yahweh. They put their faith and trust in the modern day Pharaoh. This is Isaiah 30. Let me skip down to verse 12. It says, wherefore thus say the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression. They trust in oppression, man. They trust in the so-called white man, okay? They trust in these elite banking families, these elite Edomite banking families, all the way down to these presidents, these governors and officials, to police task force, to the their local governor. You know, it says they're right. Therefore, thus say the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach, ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly and at an instant. You know, so your destruction and your downfall, okay, your calamity is gonna come at an instant, man. You know, it says a breach ready to fall, like you got a dam, you know, that's built, that's holding back a whole lot of water, man. Once it gives, it doesn't go a little bit at a time. You know, a little brick falls out and this water's been coming out of this brick for a month or 2 months. Now, once a little bit goes, the whole thing goes, man. You know, because that pressure is so great and it's been building up, you know? So it's going to come at an instant for you 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. But you're not going to be able to hide. You're not going to be able to run. You're not going to be able to be protected, man. You know?
You're never be able to hold a sign in the air.
Right.
And cry.
Right.
To the government. Nah, it's going to come down.
Exactly.
Oh, this is not competition. Whatever they say. You talking about something, you're going to have rights. You ain't have no rights to that.
Right, you know? Because a lot of these people that have been so pro-government and whatever, all the things they have been doing currently and in the past, eventually these things that are to come, they're not going to be with it.
There ain't going to be no government.
Right.
They're trying to destroy, basically they're trying to get rid of the old way to bring in a new way.
Yep.
You know, so ain't no government, it's one world.
Yeah.
You know?
They're going to be like, yo, U.S. government, I was with y'all to this point, but this right here, I'm not with it. It's too late now.
It ain't no more democracy or republic. New world order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to back you up in regards to what you were saying about Daniel and actually believing in the Lord.
Yeah.
This is Daniel chapter 6, verse 21. We know Daniel got thrown in the lion's den on multiple occasions. Yep. All right, in the time of King Darius, and there's another time in the Apocrypha as well. I'm not sure.
Bill and the Dragon. That was the same one. That was the same one. Bill and the Dragon.
Okay.
That was the same, how you say, build up.
Yeah, build up.
To get thrown in
Okay,
there.
okay. But the whole point is Daniel believed in the Lord. So this is Daniel 6:21. Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My power hath sent his angel and have shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him, for as much as before him, innocency was found in me. Also before thee, O king, I have done no hurt. Then was the king exceeding glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in Yahweh.
That's right, man. You know, so the lions were chilling with him, man. You
They
know?
was probably talking to Daniel.
Right. You know, and hey, man, hopefully I can find that precept. But you know, that's what's about to happen again, man. You might be out in the jungle, in the wilderness. You might be out even in the cities. You know, going right back to these animals being let loose, and you know, things might be happening. The Lord might send an animal, a beast, a lion, a tiger, a bear, to follow you around wherever you go, man. He might even bring you food.
Like,
You
like
know?
they did the ravens,
God,
right there.
You might go out and catch a deer. You know, tigers, they carry that shit in their mouth. Carry the deer back to you. Drop it off, man. You know?
Hey, it's a miracle. You gotta be expecting and believing miracles. I thought it was on black. You gotta be believing and expecting miracles, and you have to believe, like your brother said, Karab said, you gotta really believe in the Lord, man. You have to really believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, and it's gonna show in the time of testing. It's gonna show in the time of trouble.
You already read Job 5?
Yeah, I did, but I'm gonna read some more.
Okay, God.
Yeah, I read it.
No, I got it right. I'm just bring it out one more
You
time.
bring it out again, bro.
I got it.
And I got something too to
God.
bring out going into the Daniel the Lion's Day.
God.
If I can.
Con, go ahead.
History of Building the Dragon, it says, verse 30, now when the king saw that they pressed him sore, being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them. It says, verse 31, who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days.
And the same thing gonna be with us, right? Because how the way we're it's truth. It's basically getting on these people nervous.
Yep.
And they're gonna eventually try to press us, you know,
Yep.
get rid of them.
Yep.
They're like a nuisance to that thorn on our side.
Right. Well, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. When Esau goes to war, he's going to put a bad image on the prophets, you know, make it seem like, yeah, you already started, and then that campaign, a lot of people going to cover that campaign, and they're going to press them to do something to us. It says, verse 32, and in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep, which then were not given to them to the intent that they might devour Daniel. So they didn't feed the lions on purpose. So they wanted the lions to devour Daniel. It says, and that's the point. It says, I'm gonna jump down. It says, verse 34, but the angel of the Lord said unto Habakkuk, go carry the dinner that thou hast unto Babylon unto Daniel, who was in the lion's den. And I'm not gonna read the whole story, but the Lord had an angel take Habakkuk, who was
Yeah, bro,
cooking.
'cause that's a miracle. You can read that part, because that's a miracle, bro. We gotta believe in miracles, and that's a miracle that happens. Like the brother was saying, animals can bring you food. The Lord can teleport another brother to feed you, and then send that brother back on his mission.
I know, right?
That's what happened, though.
Yep, so I do 33. 33 says, now there was in Jewry a prophet called Habakkuk, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl, and was going into the field for to bring it to the reapers. So Habakkuk was cooking, and he didn't know what he was, he think he gonna cook for himself. But the Lord had other intentions. It says, verse 34, but the angel of the Lord said unto Habakkuk, go and carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den. So the angel of the Lord came to Habakkuk and said, look, take this food to Daniel in the lion's den, and who's in Babylon. Verse 35, and Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. Verse 36, then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown, took him by the head.
Imminently.
Yep, and bare him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency, that's how you say it, vehemency of his spirit set him in Babylon over the den. Verse 37, and Habakkuk cried, saying, oh, Daniel, take the dinner which the Most High hath sent thee. Yep. It says, verse 38, and Daniel says, thou hast remembered me, O Lord, Whither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee? Verse 39, so
If
Daniel,
I may add, those that seek and love the Lord believe in the Lord.
Right.
So they're going to be protected like
Right.
we've been saying.
that's right. Verse 39, so Daniel arose and did eat, and the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again.
Remember the lion still in his den.
Exactly. That's yep.
Hey, lion still sat there and let him eat.
Let him eat.
And remember, the lion ain't having ate.
Yeah.
And they let him eat. That's the spirit of the Lord.
That's
man.
right.
So, and again, see, that's why what the brother was talking about earlier. Shit, when you leave a nigga up to his own devices, he's gonna wild out, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna bug the fuck out, you know. For us, believing in the Lord, the Lord's gonna protect us, man. Man, they ain't eating. A nigga gonna be like, oh, I ain't ate. Basically, my point is, you're gonna wild out. He's gonna end up doing something that's gonna cause his own death. But us being moved by the Spirit, having understanding, praying, the Lord's gonna look out for us, man. You know?
And experience. So we're going through the experience now of being afflicted. Learning how to wait, like when you're down and out, you're waiting on the next job to come. You gotta wait. You gotta trust in the Lord for that next job to come. So now we're going through experiences of that. So now when all hell breaks loose and things happen, we've already had the experience of waiting on the Lord, trusting in the Lord for your miracle, for the miracle to be done.
If I may add, just to add it real quick, the Lord's going to give us a different type of mindset in that time too, man. We're not going to be in the same thinking mind frame that we're in now because it's going to be dangerous at every corner we turn, man. You got it, bro.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 20. I'm going to start in 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. You know? So how do you think Noah got all the animals on the ark? You think he had a trickle? He's like, all right, now set the bait at the door. Hey, look, come here, this tiger. You know?
Remember that during that
Trap
time,
door.
Remember during that time, you still had the Lord had animal
Exactly.
reverence.
Yep.
The man.
God.
It tells you,
Yep.
what is it? Genesis. Basically, it tells you all animals are supposed to be under us.
Right.
So a lion at one time wasn't exactly going to kill us.
Yep.
But due to us losing our power,
Yep.
shit, you might have an ant that'll
Spider.
Let's talk about the spiders.
a damn rattle mess you up. A cat.
Yep.
A dog will kill you.
And then on top of that, when we get back into power, if you read Isaiah the 11th chapter, it's going to tell us, it tells you that the kids going to be able to play with snakes, that the animals are going to be resting and eating the same food, the grass and all the other stuff. It's going to be, everything's going to be back in order, man.
Right. That's beautiful.
Psalm 71. So it says, verse 3, be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, O my power, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. For thou art my hope, O Lord Yahweh, thou art my trust from my youth. By thee have I been holding up from the womb. Thou art he that took me out of my mother's bowels.
If I may add, lucky bro, some of us, there's brothers that's been in the truth for a long time, and then there's brothers that's young in the truth. All those that are coming in are in their youth, all right, and brothers that's still learning and been in the truth for a while are still in their youth, learning as kids again, learning to trust the Lord and trust the Lord in their youth.
Also too, even when you were born, the Lord knew it.
Yeah.
Because everything how the Lord even allows you to even get risen up. You gotta think about it.
We're predestined.
Yeah, that's right. Because you just look at certain Jakes that grew up in certain inner cities and projects, they didn't make it. I mean, some of them been molested, bugged out, ended up on drugs. You don't have certain situations where dude, like what was that movie? South Central. When a dude,
He got locked up in the jail. He was still on drugs. He was bugged out still.
the thing about you got put in that situation. What dude made him do it with the gun. He made him snort the whole plate.
Yeah.
But you done had Jake that been in a situation like that and he became bugged up after that. But the Lord was with us through everywhere we've been. The Lord had basically like an angel around us to protect us, allowed us to go through certain things, because we needed to go through certain things to make us mentally prepared for this journey here. So the Lord allowed us to go through certain things. And the thing about it, you know, the Lord always knew. So I think about it, so I'm like, yo, I wonder how sometimes I even escape a lot of things I went through. You know? And I was put in certain situations I really understood. I think about it now, I'm like, yo, I needed to go through everything. That's why, you know, you got certain things you like, if I could do it all over again, I don't need to do it. I wouldn't want to do it all over again. I understood the message from all my afflictions. You know, because you know a lot of Jake, they never understand the message of their affliction. And we get to have understanding why they being afflicted. You know, if it was to make you understand the message, to recognize and realize something is wrong. Why is this? You know?
And it was beautiful the way the Lord took us through different things before we came into this truth. The Lord said, you know what? You need to see this type of nigga. You need to be around this type of nigga. You need to be around this type of family. You need to be someone to do you wrong on this type of level, man. Okay? You need to deal with this type of woman, man. You know, you got to go through these different circumstances. You might have had to get robbed. You might have had to do this and do that. You know? You know, you might have to see certain things that make you, we're all for this truth, man. You know, when you come into this truth, now you can speak on certain situations. You can speak on certain things. You can even help another brother out through something he might be going through, man.
One thing we even knew we were Israelites, because what? The curses. If he was up like spoiled, golden fed babies, and kids, we would never understand curses. Oppression. Man, dude, I hated community my whole life. Every time I could snap my finger, I ate. You know, I was born with a perfect body. You know, everything, I'm perfect, Mr. Perfect. Kurt Hennig, you know? I said, now this is perfect, you know? Kurt Hennig. But no, everything was fucked up, man. You know? She was bad, she was fucked up for us. And to make us think like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like, why? I can't, I go this way, I never get opportunity to this, door shut, I'm getting called a nigga, racism.
And we all went through that. No matter if you might have been to you might have been upbringing or came from a kind of a decent neighborhood, you know, or you might have came from the hood. You might have come from a high crime area, but you still had to go through a certain level of affliction, of oppression. You had to go through a certain level of different things, you know, hardships, okay, before you came into this truth, man. You know, it's not like we just woke up, you know, and 'cause a lot of people think we were just born in, like basically we just were born, we woke up and our parents, you know, showed us the scriptures, and now we came of age, we came out here and started teaching.
Even when it kind of, now Jake when Jake like lived in like a white area, that's like a different type of struggle.
Yep.
Because, how you say it? It's like, now Jake tries to fit in with them, but they don't. And it's like
Basically, a broken puzzle piece.
Well, you might live in a decent neighborhood, and you walk out your house, go play with the rich, the average middle class white kids, and they call you a nigga.
They call you a nigga. That's what I'm saying. So,
wait a minute, we got the same amount of money. You're a nigga.
And you don't fit in the class.
Our parents hang out together, but they still call you a nigga. So I mean, your family's not together. So you go to little Timmy house, they got their family oriented. 5 o'clock they get together. They get the good food. They get all organic. You go to your house, your people struggling. They're struggling to live in that area. So you don't get. Why don't we have get together dinners? Yeah. Why don't we have a Mercedes and a Benz? Here it is. They got a house that looks like all the other people's houses, but meanwhile,
I don't have a 4-wheeler.
you know what I'm saying? They driving a cheap little van. You know, they only got one car maybe. They're not going on vacations all around the earth like the other family. You know, all these other people in the neighborhood are doing, man.
Your family, you gotta go to Timmy.
Right. You know. And then, you know, like you said, like concerning their other family, you know, you might be doing okay or well off, but when you go amongst your other family members that don't live with you, your cousins, you know, your uncle, you know, they're in the hood, they're in the projects. You go visit them, you know, and you got to go in a gang-related area, you know, to go visit your other family members.
They pick on you.
Right.
This
They look at you.
uppity nigga. Why you talk like that? Right. Even the girl, even the black girl, you You a clown.
And that goes back to them curses, man.
He said, you might not know. He said, bro, you might not never ever know nothing about this. You know, you want some drugs.
Timmy don't know nothing about
Yeah,
this.
he don't know nothing about this.
This that
And what that does, and all that does is entice him to want to be like them because he sees people that's like that instead of being in a neighborhood where people are kind of well off and he don't see his people in that same mindset.
Or it might make him feel cool.
Right.
A lot of you got.
I'm wearing my shorts right here.
What's that dude that gave that penny down the truck? He jumped over everybody.
And you also have the other type of nigga that'll join the other side. They'll be like, you know what? I'm with y'all, man. Fuck that. I don't like them niggas. Yo, how you sell the drugs? How you cook that? Y'all wear y'all pants where?
Oh, the county.
Oh, word? The jersey?
Oh, yeah, the county
I'm
nigga.
one of y'all now.
The county nigga that hang out in the hood.
He the worst one.
They
He
all
got
get
ruthless.
shot.
Yeah, he
They
got
all
prove
get
himself.
shot.
He got to prove himself.
Yeah.
They don't know him from the sandbox. So now he got to come out and do some
They get him to do whatever.
Ah, that was me. You know, he want his name now,
That
man.
nigga that shot somebody in McDonald's, that was
Yeah.
that nigga.
Hey, you said, they get in a situation. Nah, man, let it go. Nah, fuck that.
Fuck
Ain't
it,
letting
we
that
ain't
go.
letting nothing go.
Yeah. Then he in jail. They have to come out.
Yep.
Bro, why'd you do that? You lived in a good area.
Yeah.
Why the fuck was you out here?
You gotta get my street kid out. What's the dude's name off San Andreas?
Not Big Smoke.
The main character of
TJ.
Yeah, you gotta get my street cred up.
When he go in there and when he
trying to get 5 stars, you know, and then get locked up off of the 5 stars, so they knew who I am and what I went in for. You know,
and they look at you just like another
Right,
nigga when
right.
you come out.
that's what Jake seeks, man. You know, he thinks there's some type of protection in going to jail, going to prison, getting locked up for 10, 15 years, and coming back and telling everybody he did a 15-year bid. Oh, like, you know, niggas nowadays don't give a fuck about that shit. A little nigga, 16, 15 years old, he'll shoot you dead in your tracks.
Shit, I knew a friend. I grew up with a friend. He shot somebody straight off in the head just for some marijuana. That nigga in jail for life now, man.
Nigga
He was like 17 years
God.
old.
It ain't like back in the old days. You just did 15. Oh, that's OG. That's triple okay.
Yeah,
Niggas,
he good.
bro, them GMO babies don't give a fuck.
Tell your nigga, he said, who are you?
You looking like
nigga?
us.
They don't be like, yo, who are you?
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, this mine.
This will go good on
You
my
said what?
resume.
You said, nigga, what? I'll shoot you, old nigga.
Yeah.
I don't
He
give a
said
fuck what you
South
did,
Central,
nigga.
that
God.
movie South Central.
Well, you'll say, I don't give a fuck where you just came from, bro.
Right.
He said this will look good on my resume.
Right.
You know that nigga that did 20 years OG? Yeah, I shot him. I killed him. That's what
He said, nigga, you a joke, nigga. Don't nobody know you, bro.
And that's what these niggas in the world love to say. Hey, check my resume. Don't they like to say, check my resume? These niggas telling themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did this and that. They'll tell you the whole line of what they did, all the wickedness they done did, bro. All Esau got to do is just have somebody with a wire or a mic, and they told him everything, bro.
Now niggas is doing it on social media.
They recording
What they
themselves.
doing?
Yeah. They done told every goddamn thing, bro. And when they become a rapper, they'll say all the wickedness they did in the rap album, bro.
I just got a precept to those
Go
guys.
ahead, bro. Come on.
This the book of Sirach 1:30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring this honor upon thy soul, and so Yahweh discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou comest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit.
That's right. They're boasting of their own self. You know, I'm this, I'm that. I done did this, I done did that. But you ain't think about what happens when they find out these shits and find out these things and connect the dots. Now you in prison looking stupid. Right. Now you thought you was tough. Now you in prison and you ain't tough no more. Cause now there ain't no guns and you know. So now you ain't tough no more, man. Cause you ain't got your gun, you ain't got your weapon, bro.
Right.
You know. And now you looking like meat in there, bro.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Yep.
Because thou has rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Yep.
If I could just say, you know, all those jakes that y'all speaking about, they're like get locked up and go to prison for years.
Yeah.
It's really the Lord rejecting them. The Lord could have easily given them the knowledge and brought them under the right teachings to get them on the right path. But the Lord don't want them. Those are the same ninjas or niggas that reject the Lord when he was on the scene.
Exactly. And going right back to our life we lived before we
Yeah,
came into this
exactly.
truth, man. There's a whole lot of times that we should have got locked up.
Or
We should have been in
dead.
prison, man.
Yup.
Or dead. Or we were delivered out of situations and we look back at now being in this truth, with a spiritual eye, you're like, yo, the reason I was delivered from that situation, was because of this.
Yep.
Because there's many a times in my life I should have been dead. I should have been locked up for
Right,
life.
likewise.
I should have been, I shouldn't have been here right now,
Yep.
bro. And now that you look back at that,
Yeah.
circumspectly through a spiritual eye, there was a reason you were delivered out of those situations, and the ways you were delivered out of the situations didn't even make sense
It
back
didn't
then,
make,
bro. You're like,
yeah,
yo,
back then.
how did
Yep.
you be in court and the judge might just let you off?
They
or
had like
something will come up.
they have mercy.
Yep.
And they give you grace.
Kind.
But the nigga right before you,
Right.
they
Whole
railed
lot.
that.
Right.
Railed that.
Kind.
It said 2 life prisons.
Yep.
You
Yep.
go up there, they look you up and down,
And you next. You're like, oh, the judge angry now. God damn it.
and he'll find something about you to be like, he'll find favor. You be like, you know what?
Kind.
Get on my court.
Yep.
Right.
Pay this fine.
Pay this fine.
Don't ever let me see you again.
let me see it.
And if I may add, we just need to give all praise to you. How about you
Right.
on top of that? Because
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
it's-
but yeah, shut.
spiritually, we know it's the Lord, man.
All right.
Physically, we see that as people, but it's the Lord working on the spirits of those people to be
Right.
lenient towards us, man.
Yep.
Right.
Hosea 4:6 says, finishing off, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And you're seeing the Lord rejecting, these ninjas and their children. Like the lady who was in a grocery store, she got caught stealing. Talking about, I gotta feed my son.
Oh, yeah.
The Lord rejected her and her son.
And her son.
You know what I mean?
I'll pay for the
Yeah,
I'll
yep,
pay for it.
yep.
Fuck that.
Fuck that, man.
You wicked ass woman.
You know what's crazy? It's like going back to, see, now when we thinking, we have meekness. We understand what fucked up the nation. Now we understand, how the girl said, I was trying to keep my family.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go through that.
Yep.
You left the man. You
Yep.
talking about that?
Yeah.
Oh.
What was the man at? The man
You
was
left the fit. You left the
Yep.
father.
Right.
Men don't. Again, I mean, yes, there's some bugged out dudes out there. Yes, I'm not gonna sit there and lie about it. But majority of the time, 99 for the 9 times, women leave men
Yep. Right.
for their own selfish reasons.
Yep.
Because they don't want to be humble.
Yep.
They don't want to basically. They wasn't never taught to deal with problem solving
Yep.
family issues.
Order
They're
and
easy. They've been taught just run, fuck up the whole system, forget about it. So you basically you took the child and made it defenseless.
Yeah. Facts.
So now you putting yourself into a bond. Well, see, cause all jokes aside, if a man has character and a mouthpiece, people will have faith for a dude.
Yep.
It's not for a woman to go out there and have a sleek mouth,
Dealing with
a slick
yep.
tongue, conniving with character. Cause at the end of the day, it's gonna come with, nigga, bitch, I need some ass, I need some pussy or something, I need some head or something.
Yeah.
That's gonna always be the end of it.
Yep.
But again, these women put their own stuff in. And now we understand that, listen, a lot of problems that our people do is on them. They did.
You look up that word rejected,
Yep.
unless you still read something else.
Yeah, like the scripture said,
I'll look it up.
what is that? First Corinthians, the first chapter, or Romans, the first chapter, tells you, hey, the Lord gave them
Oh
up.
yeah. One was the first.
Yep. Yeah, the Lord gave them you niggas up, man.
Reject.
Yep. I want to read
Rejects
it
on
again. While you
steroids.
You can, bro.
Hey, Conway had a mixtape, Rejects on steroids, man. These niggas are rejects, man, on steroids. They super wicked, and they love it. They take pleasure in being wicked.
And then you got that movie called, that movie called The Devil's Reject? I think it's called, what's it called? I think it's an old movie called The Devil's Reject.
Bunch of Edomites going around in the woods killing people, right?
Yep.
I got the words. You can read it again, though.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
Right. And get the definition of
I
reject.
got it. The word is the word in the Hebrew is masah, right? And it's to reject, despise, refuse, to be rejected, And going down to the Strong's definition, it says abhor, which means to hate, cast off, contemn, despise, disdain, become or loathe someone.
Yep.
Here goes a good one. Melt away, because that's what's going to happen to people. That's what's going to happen to people.
That goes
right
right
to the way.
That goes right into Isaiah 26.
And then it says, refuse, reject, reprobate.
Yeah.
It says utterly vile person.
Yeah. Now read Isaiah 26.
And 20, right?
Yeah, God. 20 and 21. You know, because hey, two-thirds of the nation of Israel are rejects, man. You know, so if you reject it, you ain't gonna get to the door, man. All right, the door is not gonna be open for you. You're not gonna be received. You might ring the doorbell, but you know what? They might look to the open blinds and like, I'm not opening it up.
Right.
You know, go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee.
Yeah, two-thirds of the nation of Israel is not gonna get to enter into the chambers, man. They're not gonna be. They're not gonna be let in. All right, they're not gonna be beamed up into those ships. Go ahead.
It says, and shut thy door about thee, hide thyself.
Yeah, shut the door about thee. Hey, the elect, okay? You know, the 1/3 is going to be let in, okay? It's going to be delivered upon those ships, upon those so-called UFOs, those so-called UAPs, man. You know? They're invited, okay? They'll be received. Go ahead, bro.
It says, hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed.
That's right.
For Yahweh, Salakia, for behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth.
Right, those rejected ones, man. Hey, the Lord's coming out of his place to punish those rejected ones, man. Rejects. Two-thirds of the nation of Israel that refuse to repent. Hey, they rejected the Lord, man. You know? So since you rejected Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord rejected you, man.
Right.
I just finished up. It says, no, I'm sorry, I'm almost finished. Salakia. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain.
Right. You're gonna be exposed, man.
Right.
You know? You're gonna die out here in the elements. Go ahead, brother.
Second Ezra 13 and 12. And afterward I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. Speaking of Yahushua, when Ezra got the vision, he saw, you know, the Lord on the mountain. It says that the mountain was the size of a chariot was the size of a mountain. You didn't see the end of it. Yep. And he said the Lord came back and he had peace with a multitude. It says, and call on unto him another peaceable multitude. That's the ones that he called up into the chambers. It says, verse 13, and there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, but they were rejected. It says, and some of them were bound, and others, some brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through fear, and I awakened and said. So the point is, Ezra, he saw those that were glad. That's the elect. They were getting beamed up in those chambers. That was being delivered from the destruction, the seventh death, and then also, or the seventh, seventh trouble. Seventh trouble. Yep. And then you saw those that were sorry because they were getting rejected. So they're seeing people get beamed up, but then they're like, oh.
Well, that's scripture saying, I think in Matthew.
I'm thinking the same one. Go ahead. I want to see what you're saying, bro.
22.
Oh yeah, 2 in the hill.
Yeah, one. No, I was thinking of a different one.
There's another one too on Edges, right?
I was thinking about one where it says, where they come in and the Lord reject them.
Oh yeah, gnashing of teeth.
I know what you're talking about.
I think it's that one too, where it says,
They rejected the Lord, and when the Lord comes in his glory, he shall reject it. You talking about that one? You talking about
Second Edges.
Hey, could you grab Revelation 3 and 20?
What has a
That goes
horn?
right along with you.
Book of Revelation.
We fool to his life. Not that one.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna keep thinking about it.
He'll come to you.
Yeah, Lord willing. Revelation 3 and 20. Behold, I stand at the door and
Oh, I
knock.
got it. When the Lord says, "I know you not."
Oh,
I know you not.
yeah,
Yeah, I know you not.
Hey, hold that. Try to find that. Try to find that.
yeah.
We'll bring that up right after that one.
Revelation 3 and 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him.
That's right.
And will sup with him, and he with me.
Hey, the Lord's standing at the door knocking, man. You know? Hey, the prophets are out here all over the four corners of the earth, prophesying and teaching and proclaiming this wisdom and knowledge, man. You know, the Lord's knocking, but the majority of our people, they don't want to let the Lord in, man.
Right.
You know, they got the door locked. They got the bolts. They got the bolt locked with the chain on. You know, with a big dog behind it. You know, like he better not come in here. You know, they got do not enter sign on the front, man. You know, they want to have nothing to do with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Go ahead.
Yep.
Is that it on that? That might have been it.
That's it.
Con. You find it
I
out?
found it, but I think it's worded it's something different. But this one's going to the wise and the foolish virgins. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterwards came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, 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 open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. That's that. You don't want to hear that.
Yep.
That's why.
That's
these
reject.
brothers- Yeah.
You know? That's a bad feeling. Even in basketball, when somebody goes up for a dunk or a layup and they get that shit rejected, the whole crowd, they louder on the reject than the dunk.
You heard.
Oh!
That hurt ego.
That hurt ego. He mad as hell about that shit, bro. He ain't even mad.
Yeah, that might mess the whole game up.
God. You know, the whole crowd goes wild off a reject, man. You know?
That was good.
Ego gets
Rejection
hurt, man.
hurts.
God. Yep. Hey, when a woman rejects you, man, you know that, hey, to a lot of these niggas out here, that does something to their ego, man. You know?
Yeah. He gonna find it. It says, Lord, Lord, have we not
Yeah, I read
prophesied
that
in
the
thy
other day.
name?
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
remember where
I read
it
that
is.
the other day. I know exactly. It's in St. Matthew. St. Matthew 7 and 20. It says, I'm sorry, 20. Or I started 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. You got Israelites who know the name.
That's beautiful.
You know, they're calling on Yahweh Shai, but you know, they're going on. They're not telling you that the MOTB
Right.
is what it really is, the charagma, the incision, the imprint.
Right.
You know, they're not going
or they fell out also.
They fell out.
You know? So they're gonna say, Lord, back in 99,
yeah,
I was out just like them for 7 years. Market,
Yep.
you know? You got it, bro. It's a lot.
Right.
You got it, bro. It's a lot, dude.
Yep. It says, verse 20. I know, right? They deep, man. It says, verse 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Right.
And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works?
Right. They know the names. You know, they were out here prophesying. They were teaching, and even if a lot of them were pushing, you know, the complete truth, but they fell out, man.
You know? Or you could be prophesying in the Lord's name, but then you can say, Elder Abba Bivens wasn't John the Baptist. That offends the Lord.
Right.
You can say,
And that didn't
Saul
God,
and the Lord.
and that didn't just come overnight.
Right.
You weren't out here teaching for 20, 15, 11, 10, 8 years, and then all of a sudden you were like, you know what? What if that really ain't?
Then who is it?
Right.
Then who was it?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
When did it start?
You know what I'm saying? So
And
that
we
was
got a long and fucking period of time to wait.
right. So that was always in his spirit, like, you know, I don't
Yeah.
believe it, but
Right.
you know, I would, you know, get in the fit in, like, you know, you should have brought that out at year one.
Yeah.
You know?
No. Every idle word.
God.
Every idle word. It says, verse 23, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Yo, that's gonna
right.
be hurtful,
That's-
man. It's even hurtful when when you're situations with your relationship where people say, nah, I don't fuck with you like that no more.
Right.
Just imagine the Lord saying that to your ass, man.
Right. And look, the Lord can preserve you through all of these perils. Like he can give you food, right? He can keep you away from going into a concentration camp, and then he come back in the chariot and then reject your ass. Hold you all the way to the end and reject you.
But it could go to the point where he's beaming you up,
Right. He's like, nah.
and then, oh, nah, not this nigga. Drop your ass right off somewhere in the
Sight,
fire.
same way you got in and it fell out.
Right.
And so I beat you up halfway, then you
Right.
fell down. You know what?
What's the movie scene?
Yeah, when they falling back. Yep.
Sight.
It'd be long as hell.
You know? Hey, Lord said he's gonna laugh at your calamity.
Yup.
You know?
Man, bro, the Lord
He
is
said, sight,
terrible.
because that's what they doing. But they say, I come to serve the Lord, I lay everything on the line, and you go off with some crazy doctrine, start doing your own thing or fall out. Basically, you said sight to the Lord, man. You know?
I'm gonna get that precept you called for earlier. This is 2 Corinthians 5:11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord,
I had that on
we
deck, too.
persuade men.
That's right.
But we are made manifest unto Yahweh, and our trust are also made manifest in your conscience.
Yeah, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. We tell you so-called legal procedures and native faith.
That's right, yeah. You see what Jake at.
Yeah, it don't matter if it's
They
raining.
seem like that.
Yeah, it don't matter if it's
you know,
raining.
it
They
don't
out
matter.
here. You know?
But for this, they
Pouring
say,
down
man,
rain, don't wait in line. The line
Yeah.
go, they all the way down the street. You know,
You
it's
pay
like,
parking tickets.
like, you know what? We getting the mic up.
They diligent.
Rain,
Yeah, they stay
thunderstorm.
diligent.
I don't care if it's a hurricane. I paid $100.
Hey, the power is off
Yeah.
on the street like
Oh, yeah, I
Some type
saw
of
that.
storm
Yeah,
came
yeah.
over here. Yeah.
Crazy, man. You know, the Lord might even have it where He reserves you to the end, like the brother was talking about, to where you basically see all the other Akim get beamed up. You know, the Lord might preserve you to the end. You actually see the brothers that you used to know in the truth get beamed up into the ships. You know, you're like, oh, I used to know that. Boom, he's getting beamed up, boom, boom. And you're like, oh, what about me? You know, the Lord says, you know, depart from me, I never knew you.
That new
man.
kid, man.
Yeah. You're like, you know what? I got something for you. Yeah,
Hold on,
that's
here we
it.
go. I got you.
He said, I got something for you. Right here. It ain't you. It's gonna give it's a warhead. 100 million degrees. Man. I got some digits for
Celsius,
you.
bro, Celsius. You got
Yeah.
because you know the
Celsius,
Celsius
right.
is a higher degree
God.
than Fahrenheit.
Yeah, he said, I got some digits for you.
We ain't talking about the drink.
We ain't talking about, we ain't talking about a check.
Woo,
We
that's
ain't talking about a
too.
rap check. We got 100 million. It ain't dollars.
Yeah, it ain't what they like to say. Look at my 6 figures, my 8 figures, and my
Yeah.
9 figures, whatever it
You
is.
can't put this up to your ear.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Oh, it's gonna touch your ear though. It's gonna
Alright.
touch you.
You got it, bro.
I got another precept.
Con,
too.
con, you
Yeah,
got it.
what's going on? See, they getting their jazziest suits. They put their gear on. See a nigga, man.
Hey, yo, but the answer is right across the street.
Hey, they
The
falling
Lord
niggas.
gonna be like, the Lord gonna be like, look, you wouldn't go see Mike Epps,
Right.
but my man was right across the street.
He about to.
Oh, yeah, they getting condemned. They getting condemned.
Yeah,
They following the marker.
I mean, look at the display. It's got Mike Epps with lightning bolts.
Ooh.
And me.
I'm gonna turn the camera on so they can see that, yo.
Ain't that spiritual?
You probably got to move the whole bottom, bro. And it might be a secret.
Nah,
Mike Epps got his lightning bolts on
nah,
his
you
ass,
can't
bro.
see it. Nah, you can't see
It's
it.
all good.
Yeah, it's too bright. The light's too bright.
Yeah, it's all good. And the Lord about to destroy you. You found a nigga that is about to be destroyed, man. That's sold out, man. He sold his soul a long time ago, bro. You think, yeah, Mark. You think he's just gonna appear in all these movies, have a stand up, have all these, and not sell out? Yeah, all right.
Well, he tried to apologize. He tried to apologize, but you know, you can apologize, right? But the Lord may not forgive you.
Yeah, that's right.
The Lord may not forgive you.
That nigga ain't repent. That nigga still
Yeah.
in court.
Exactly.
Right.
That nigga still go to the rooms.
Yeah, he's
That
still.
nigga still in that stuff. That nigga still on his
Yeah,
thing.
he still go to that casting couch, bro.
I got nothing.
Nah, you got it, bro.
Hey, if they touch Terry Crews, man,
Oh yeah.
they
Oh yeah,
ain't
Terry
not
Crews
worried
one of
about
them
that
stock.
nigga. Yeah,
One of them niggas that be.
that nigga was on CT Fletcher. That nigga was breath. Esau broke him. That nigga got
Like it was
broke.
nothing. And he was in Congress talking about it.
Nigga got broke.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Esau scared of that nigga, they not worried about the other nigga.
All that.
And ain't nothing happened to the motherfuckers. But with Harvey Weinstein, that motherfucker got locked
Adam
up.
Sandler was looking at the whole thing. Adam Sandler was looking at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler said it. Bro,
I know
you know who that is?
I know what's going on.
Yeah. You know who that is?
You know who that is?
Yeah. And then all the wicked movies that Terry Crews played in, all the wicked
Almost,
parts,
man.
all the wicked parts he played in, white chicks,
White chicks. Yeah.
White
That
chicks.
Friday, that Friday
promoting
shit.
homosexuality,
Yeah.
promoting the T word.
Yeah.
You know, you had to literally act with another dude that was dressed up like a woman
Yep.
and literally act like you liked him,
Yep.
kiss him, licking your lips,
Yep.
pursuing him. You're pushing.
Yeah.
You know,
movie he did.
Every movie he did, bro. Look at how Friday after
shit,
next.
Yep. That nigga
He
all
said
up in his.
Tupac.
So why you say nothing then?
Yeah.
Why you say
Why
nothing
was
then? Well,
it?
Esau giving you a pay reduction.
God. Yeah, you wouldn't get paid for that. He said, "Hold on, brother. You touched me. I wouldn't get paid for this.
Right.
You know? You know?
He had corner Cat Williams.
Yeah,
I think this on yours.
Cat Williams. Yeah, because Cat Williams said that he used to do security. Terry Crews used to do security at his in the background for the, for when he would do movies and stuff like that. Terry used to do security because I guess he used to play in the NFL. And then one day he was like, "Yeah, you should be funny, man. You should start doing, get into acting." And that's when he got in there.
Crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
Water sample for a research class.
Oh, that, bro. I knew it.
They're not rap type. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, that I will send.
One spot. That's my one spot, bro.
Right.
It says that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. It says, I can just say it's talking about it's going to be a famine, but it's talking about a famine of the word, right? It says on verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it, because the Lord is going to reject it. They're not going to have any answers. And we talk about rejection on the chariots. A lot of Jays don't experience rejection before all that even happens. Right. When the Lord shut everything down, the internet gets shut down. The men of the Lord ain't going to be on the highways and byways no more. You ain't going to be able to go online. We was talking about edification earlier. In order for you to be edified, you have to have faith anyway. Right. You can't be built up without faith. So the Lord's going to take this word off the streets.
Hey, Slop, certain people, they did certain things to the idols.
Yeah.
To try to conjure them up.
Yeah.
They're not going to have the thing. Basically what I'm saying, they're not going to be able to go to the store, the Dollar Tree, and get them bullshit candles.
Oh, yeah.
And conjure up something. Doing all
Incense
help.
and all that.
You ain't going to be able to go get a chicken.
They ain't gonna have the chemistry.
Yeah.
I know, right?
What are they selling?
Yeah, they be on.
It's some wild shit
Yeah,
going on here.
they're not gonna. What's that Santa?
They're
not gonna have
you got black bitches that
Yeah,
say some
yeah,
wild
yeah,
shit now.
yeah.
They're not gonna be able to
ingredients. They're not gonna have the ingredients
Ingredient, there you go.
to whip up the.
conjure
Right.
up.
They're like, God damn it, I need some.
Right.
I don't have any.
I
Where's
can't
the
get my
sage?
cards.
I need the sage and I'm missing this deck. I don't have this type of candle.
Right.
I don't got a lighter.
Yep. Just like we hope that we collect our stones and in the righteousness on the right hand side.
Yeah.
They do it on the left-hand
stones
side.
on the left hand side.
Yep.
Yeah, they do that on the left hand side. My amethyst. God.
They're not gonna be able to get in that day.
Right.
And the thing about it, see, this is why the scripture, the Lord also said that's why He didn't have an altar. It's basically our minds and praying and having faith, man. Us praying to the Lord is how we get through. Because again, it's all about again your faith, man. That's okay. The Lord didn't have it. We had a temple we go to. What if we couldn't go there? Again, that's why it's beautiful. Hey, Yahushua is that lamb. Because, for instance, if we didn't have Yahushua and we was in captivity, we would fuck. We ain't got no lambs to sacrifice. We don't. We're the priests. We don't have no Levites to we go to. Hey man, I sinned. Can you do this? No, we're out back.
We never be adopted back to the Heavenly Father.
Exactly, man. So it's beautiful that how the Lord said it, how we can pray to Yahushua. He's our mediator to your heart.
When it's Isaiah 47, I want to start in verse 9. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
And the thing about it, see, these people are not going to be able to conjure up that witchcraft, the sorcery, the idols, or nothing. They're not. Hey, see, right now you can go on Instagram and see your celebrity talking shit live. You Cardi B making a live right now talking shit. See, when our hell break loose, you're not gonna be able to run to them and hear them, or you go on Instagram and go vent and talk some shit. So you're not gonna have these things when our hell break loose, man. See that the Lord is ready to pretty much pull everybody's card.
Yep.
And you know what? You're gonna be left basically with nothing, and he's gonna laugh at you. That's why the scripture says, Call upon your idols,
Yep.
which you know, gave your attention to.
Right.
Have them saved.
Have them saved.
But how they gonna save you? You came in and wrecked them up.
Right.
You can't come. You don't have the candles.
Right.
You just before you ready to go get them. Hey, martial law was declared. You couldn't get your candles, man.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 10, it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, for thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee.
Yep.
Thou shalt not be able to put it off."
These people not gonna be able to even know how to even talk. They try to get what's coming. Off
Right.
it, you know.
It says, "And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thy enchantments, and with thy multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail."
Yeah, because here in Babylon, America, all sorcery and witchcraft. That's what everybody has gotten into. See that pretty much now, a lot of people are atheists. They don't even believe in Heavenly Father. They don't believe in a higher power.
Right. They don't even believe in themselves.
Yeah, that's gone now.
I know I can't do it. You know, they don't even have self-motivation. You know?
That's just crushed.
God.
So now they go into the magic, the witchcraft,
Right.
the bitches that go into the tarot cards, palm readers.
Right.
You know, they go into those things.
Yeah.
You know, but all that's about to be confounded.
Yep.
And it's going to be of none effect.
And even these elites, man. Don't you think these elites, they're still going to be doing their little conjuring up, their little seances, whatever they're trying to do concerning their witchcraft on the left-hand side when all hell's breaking loose. Especially when Yahweh Shah cracks them clouds. They're like, oh shit, we got to get all of y'all together. You know, we need a heavy demon. Right now, you know, when they see them UFOs coming, them so-called UFOs coming, man. You know, but it ain't going to work, man. They're not going to prevail.
I got a quick precept because you spoke about Yahweh being our mediator. This is 1 John 2:1. My little children, these things I write unto you, that ye sin not. And if any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Yahweh Shai the righteous, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach the righteous. And he is the propitiation for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for the sins of the world.
And how, when our people are into the witchcraft, what are they going to even call upon? They don't know what they're doing wrong. They don't know why it's happening.
They're going to call upon, they're going to call upon white man Jesus.
Yep.
And they don't call upon, they're going to call upon a white man they don't know. You know? They're going to call upon Joe Biden. You know?
Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
Whatever Jake is into, they're going to call upon it.
Yeah.
But what are you going to ask if you don't know
Right.
why it's going down, man?
Right.
You understand the reason why America's going down because it's fucking wicked.
Right.
And the white man's time is up. Esau's time is up.
Right.
So we understand what are we praying for, that the Lord have mercy upon us and protect us from his wrath. See, this is the Lord's wrath that's coming. If I have an idol and I don't know why, like basically, what am I going to say to the idol? Give me money?
Right.
Protect me from what? I don't even know why it happened.
Right. And those idols that have books that come with it, they're books that prophesy. They don't have prophecy. in it.
Where's the end
So
goal?
what's the end goal?
That's why to shut a nigga up. If he come with any doctrine, so what's the end goal?
The end goal. Yep.
And with these idols,
Ask a nigga what's the end goal.
Yeah.
and with these idols, they only worship these idols when they're all put together. Once these idols break or shatter into pieces, they don't worship them no more.
Right.
You know, they're like, I'm just my God. It done broken to pieces and it's just dust now. It's still a God. It's still there. They only worship it when it's all together and it's formed and it's shining. You know?
But Baruch the sixth time.
Yeah, kind.
Baruch
Yep.
the letter.
Yeah, exactly.
It
That's
talks
what I was
about how
thinking
the
of.
idols
Yeah.
don't do nothing. They can't clean
Right.
themselves off.
Hey,
they
they
fall.
gone.
Yup.
You know, that idol that kept falling over.
Yup.
You know?
They had to pick it up
You
back
gotta
up.
pick it up. But if it was so powerful, why you just leave it there?
Hey,
Right. With Bell and the Dragon.
hey, why he didn't do this?
The one that was always
Not
that
right.
name.
Yeah, we worship him whether he's on the side, whether he falls over. But he
What?
just if he turns to dust and just
Why
if
you
the
pick yourself
potter
back up?
yeah, the pottery just breaks and it's just all little pieces, we're all gonna take one piece and we're just gonna continue our worship.
Right.
No, they gotta rebuild it. They gotta make a
Right.
new one.
Right.
You know?
Why did they say, oh fuck, I messed up on this one. Let's make it better.
Right.
We'll make it bigger this time.
Right.
We're gonna bolt it down even better than that.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Salaki, if y'all wanna watch a movie about an idol, watch Angbak, the first one.
Yeah.
That's that karate shit.
Yeah.
You always
Remember when it's crazy. I just watched shit when I was a kid. I never knew what the hell was going on.
But we always talk about it.
But the reason why Tony Jaa went to that goddamn city to fight the people because the dude Don came and stole the idol's head and tried to sell it.
That sound like Lord of the Flies.
Yo, it's crazy. He knocked the dude out, the protector of the joint, took the head and went to the city. And then it tried to make it seem like at first the lane was at Murphy when the head was there. Then when the head was taken, everyone was in distress.
Oh wow.
No water, no rain. So he had to go up in there, go into the seat, fight people. Damn, they got killed a couple times.
Damn.
For an idol.
Yeah, and it's crazy. They said, dude said, he pulled a joint out the rock, out the joint. He said, "This what you want? We're making a bigger one." I said, "What?" Yeah, you want to see anything about watch Angbach, man.
Yeah, and this idol's so powerful. How can it just transfer?
Why did he have to go?
Yeah, why he gotta go
did he
build
have
it?
to go say
Yeah.
it?
We got a bigger one.
Right.
And it go to what the brother said. It even tells you why if this is such a power. Why did you have to have doors with bolts on it?
Yeah, to protect it.
To protect it, man, from thieves.
And the idol's so powerful. How can you even make another one?
Right.
Like, how can you make it's so powerful? How can you
Yeah.
just create with your own hands something
Right.
else? Oh, and now that, when it was right there, and now it has transferred its energy over to here.
See, that's why the truth of the Lord allowed us not to see it.
Right.
Now only by faith.
Right.
But hey, word and truth.
Right.
No, deed and truth.
Yep.
Salaki.
Yep.
You know? Isn't that something you can just be? Basically, this is how we know you can pull everybody's card and see if they full of shit. You're a hypocrite or not, man. You know?
I got a precept. Psalm 115 and 3. It says, "But our power is in the heavens, and he have done whatsoever he hath pleased."
Yep.
Verse 4, "Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands."
That's right. Yeah, their idols are silver and gold. They chasing the bag. They want to be a millionaire. They want to be in Hollywood. They want to be the next Mike Epps. You know. They want to be, on the on TV, in the limelight, man. You know, they want to have multi-million dollars, a couple mansions. You know what I'm saying? They want to be rich, man. Okay, but they don't know what it takes to get to that level, man. You gotta sell out. You gotta sell your soul. You know. You gotta do all types of abominable acts to reach it to that level, and you gotta keep your goddamn mouth shut, or you'll be added to that long list of celebrities that didn't keep their mouth shut, that suddenly disappeared, or suddenly committed suicide, or suddenly they just seem like a completely different person. You know, all of a sudden they lost 130 pounds and don't have the same tattoo.
Yo, the media is a damn. Yo, the media is a fucking.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Sorcery.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And these people still believe it. This devil's like, yo, what do we gotta do to show what we're doing, and y'all ain't get it.
Hey, bro, the media made the people think that the air is
Yeah.
their enemy. We gotta wear a mask.
Yeah.
People in the car with the window down, with the
Vital
mask on
things.
by themselves.
Vital things you need to survive, they made it to think that that's your enemy. Yo,
They don't got one
oxygen,
mask on. They got two.
stop breathing in oxygen. It's not good for you. Yo.
Every car mechanic shop got made money this year. These two past years, everybody got their AC fixed.
Yep. Con.
Everybody
You
got
know?
their AC, so they couldn't breathe in the
Yeah,
air.
everybody had their windows rolled up.
Everybody got everybody.
Yeah. People, not too many people's windows motors broke this year.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
hey, everybody,
Hey.
even cars in the 1980s,
Yeah, con.
square
Got the
cars.
new,
Right,
new,
right.
new air
1991.
filter and all that.
Right. You know, there's a large stockpile of window motors this year. Nobody had to get a new window. They didn't have to get their window motor replaced this year. No window motor got stuck. This year, you ain't never seen nobody drive around in a car with the little tape with the goddamn
Holding
plastic
the
over the
window
window
eye.
because the window got stuck. You ain't never seen nobody hit the button and have to pull up their shit this year. Nah, all that shit was fixed, bro. You know, because they believe the goddamn lie, bro. You know, they believe them putting some paper in front of their face that they was getting protected from the greatest disease to ever come in the world history.
Now they got the other joint and C19 sliding
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Carry the doors, right?
Yeah. And C19 sliding away. We don't fake 'cause we don't want to get a strike.
Here's yours.
Yeah.
And they mad because they mad because it makes them ugly.
Yeah. Hey, look, and it's
Scared
happening
to
to
death.
all them MOs,
They
man.
scared to death.
All them MOs hitting them, but everybody else scared. You know?
Yep.
I'm gonna finish off here.
Nah,
It
go ahead.
says, Psalm 115 and 4. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. Verse 5, they have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not.
Yep.
Verse 6,
And can
they
you hear the scripture, God's wood and stone, Mark Shaw too? They worship God's wood and stone.
Yeah.
It's in the,
And the curses.
it's in the earlier books, I believe.
Okay.
I think.
Verse 5 says, they have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes they have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. Verse 7, they have hands, but they
got it,
handle
bro?
not. Feet have they, but they walk not, neither speak through their throats. Verse 8, they that
That's a
make
good one. That'll go
them
along with it.
are like unto them. So is everyone that trusted in them. So they're dead. And everybody that trusts in those idols are dead. Party bus. Party bus. You probably can get on the side and go to the back. But that's a party bus right there. But it says, I'm going to read the last part. Verse 8 says, Psalm 115:8. They that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusted in them.
Deuteronomy 4:28.
Hold that one. If I can
Read that
say-
again, Salaki.
Yeah, come on. Verse 8 says, they that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusted in them. So those idol worshippers that make those idols are like the idols. They're dead.
Exactly.
You know?
Them dry bones, man. You're just as dead and it's worthless.
Incorruptible.
Going back to rejects.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
going back to what was the other word we brought out concerning rejects? Worthless, man.
Oh, well, yeah.
Naughty.
Yeah. The word, naughty. You know, they're basically worthless, man. Just like these idols are worthless. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, these wicked ass niggas are worthless, man. You know?
I got the precept you got, and I'm gonna get another one after.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Deuteronomy 4, and you said 28, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna start up at 1.
Con.
Start at 1 before. No, I'm gonna start at 26.
Con.
It says, Deuteronomy 4:26. I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land, whereunto ye go over Jordan to possess it. Ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall be utterly destroyed. And Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether Yahweh shall lead you. And ye shall serve other gods, the works of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell.
That's right. And that wood and stone, that wood goes into money, man. Because paper comes from wood.
Yep.
You know, so that money, that dollar bill, what's that song they like to say?
Money.
What do they say? The almighty dollar.
Yep.
You know? So they basically made that dollar their God, man. They basically bow down to that dollar. They call it the almighty dollar, that piece of paper, man.
Yep.
They made money their God, man. You know?
And in back of it says, in God we trust. What God you talking about? 'Cause
Exactly.
the Lord got a name, goddammit.
Right.
Yeah, he got a name.
Yeah, what God is it? There's a whole lot of gods.
Yep.
You know? Which is another stumbling block amongst our people, man. They see the word God and they're like, oh, no, must mean it's him.
Yep.
You know? That's
Wrong.
like, yeah. That's like somebody got, your name is John, and every time they hear the name John, they think of you. Like, oh, I know John. You talking about, I know him. He lives next to me.
But I'm talking about the John that lived
he
down
live
the
in
street.
Texas.
Yeah.
Like, there's a million other motherfuckers with the name
Yeah.
John.
I got one more precept.
You gotta go ahead.
This Leviticus chapter 26, verse 1. I'll wait for that.
Oh, hold on. Before you bring that up, bring yours up.
I got it.
Salah.
This letter of Jeremiah 1:39. Their gods of wood, and which are overlaid with gold and silver, are like the stones that be hewn out of the mountain. They that worship them shall be confounded.
Hey, that's beautiful, man.
And confounded means to be confused.
God.
All right, and it's saying. Can I get this one right
Go
here,
ahead,
bro?
bro.
This is Leviticus 26:1. You shall make you no idols, no graven images, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it.
So who's that white Jesus in blacks and Latinos household?
Yeah, hanging in there.
It says, for I am Yahweh, your power.
Oh, okay. I look at regular
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and 9. It says, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto Yahweh. For that which Yeah. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idol of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of Yahweh they are become an abomination, and stumbling block to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were there from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vainglory of men they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. You know? So the erecting of these idols, man, it was by corrupt men. You know? And shortly, and that's why there's been many idols, many gods, whatsoever. You don't hear about them. And now, the ones you hear about now, at one time it was called Baal, Mullet, but now they got
Same
different,
one.
it's the same
Yeah,
one, now they
same
got
one.
different names on them,
Yep,
man.
yep.
You know?
Yep.
And what'd you just read out?
Me? Wisdom of Solomon.
Oh, okay, I got
14.
precept to go with
Got
that.
it.
I got one of you, man.
What you got, Hawk?
Jeremiah
Did you
11.
read
Okay,
the
come.
part where it said spiritual
Let's go,
fornication?
Yep.
That's what you read?
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this. It's going along with the brothers in 1 Corinthians 8:5. For though there be that are called gods, where in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many, but to us there is but one power, or one God, Yahweh, the Father of whom are all things, and we in Him, and one Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, by whom all things, and we by Him. And we read verse 7 as well. It says, "How about?" Goddamn, hey, nigga might be getting that lightning.
No, right?
Hey,
Hey, no, right?
Hey, bro.
Hey, yo.
Hey, you called it too, bro. If that happened,
Sorry, we're gonna have to shut the gate. Mike Epps will not be making it this year. He got struck by lightning. Hey, how bet there is not in every man that knowledge, for some in conscience of the idol unto this hour eat it as thing offered unto an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled. Y'all got it?
they constant.
Boy, to the boy be eating snacks.
It says,
No, you got it, bro.
going back to what the brother wanted, going back to Wisdom of Solomon 14, it says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life.
That's right, and it's even increased unto this day, man. You got Hollywood. They are called American Idol.
Yep.
Hollywood stars, idols that people look up to, people that people look up to. You know?
They say, you know what? Those were really idols that we erected. But
Yeah.
you know what? You can become one.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
And if
We
you
can have
devi-
people worship you.
Right. We'll give you your own image. In order for an idol to be an idol, it has to have an image.
Yep.
You know? So they give these people an image for people to worship, man. You know? And these people bow down to them.
Cardi B.
Right. And that's why you'll see a nigga in Hollywood, something will happen all the way on the other side of the earth, and a nigga in Hollywood will appear on CNN and have something to say about it.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like, this is not even his profession. Nobody asked we didn't need any advice on how to do a moonwalk,
Yep.
to step our bars up on the mic. We was talking about famine in this particular area, or a flood happened, or whatever, and next thing you know, Ja Rule's on the TV, giving it what his thoughts on the situation and what people should do. You
You know
know?
what's crazy? That's not even his real name.
Right.
But he'll have an
Right,
Edomite
right.
his name is Jeffrey
chick.
or some shit.
Yeah, but Edomite chick.
Jeffrey
So how do you
Atkins.
feel about what happened, Ja Rule?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what
You
the
know?
fuck? Are you serious?
That's a work of an idol, man. He has that type of pull that he can jump into an area, a category and talk about something, you know, and give advice on something that he has no knowledge of.
Yeah.
You know?
And going into the precept the brother wrote, read, to devise is to think upon something. It's like if you're thinking upon it, you bring it to pass by your actions. About 30.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah, you finished with yours, bro?
Yeah.
Would you read it?
No.
Jeremiah 11 and 11, the point is in 12. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to escape those evils that are coming. Remember, the door is locked and shut. You were rejected, so you ain't gonna be able to escape. The only exit, okay, there's only one exit, and it's through that door. That's only one way to escape. There's one way in, there's one way out, okay?
Right.
And that door's been locked. You you can't get into that door. All right. The Lord was knocking at that door for years and years and years, and you shut the door. You both locked it. And you like, you know, you said nope. You said nope to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So he's gonna say no to you. You got it, bro.
Verse 12, this is the point. It says, then shall the cities of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense. So they are going to have ingredients to be, you know, some of them are.
Right.
You know?
And on top of that, they're going to go cry to the so-called white man.
Yep.
You know, because they made the so-called white man their God. They're like, you know what? We're rejects. Can you help us?
Right.
The white man can be like, motherfucker, I'm trying to help myself.
Right.
He said, on this one, I can't help you. I had y'all those other 2 times. Y'all do some weird shit in the room, and I give you a little bit of money. But it ain't going to work this time.
Y'all did get jabbed.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, they're like, we took the electronic device. Can we get some help? I can't do no more for you.
Right.
At this matter, my hands are tied. You know what I'm saying?
magic tricks.
Yeah. Right. He said, I'm out of witchcraft. We're at the end of this. You know? Matter of fact, you're not gonna see me no more. He's gonna hit a button. He's gonna go back into the bunker he came from.
Him with a light.
Oh yeah,
Men in
that
Black.
black.
Yeah. And they put the truth right in front of your face. That Men in Black shit is real, bro. You can do your research on that.
Oh, yeah,
Goes into those agents that actually,
yeah.
that light, they use that to erase people's short-term memory, man.
But they got that gun that could have you to cause a heart attack.
A lot of people that had UFO sightings on their ranch, or they would witness crop circles happening. They would witness UFOs, and they report it to the government, and some agent would come. And well, before that, they would get like the information on what they saw, what happened, and then they said next thing I knew, they didn't remember even talking to the guy. They just woke up where they were at. You know?
Documentaries on
Yeah, they would just wake up like a day or 2 later, man.
A good place for documentaries like that is Tubi. Go download Tubi. That shit free. Tubi.
Yep,
Free.
Peacock's free too.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Yep. Jeremiah 11 and 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
Yep. They're gonna go cry to the Baphomet. They're gonna be throwing the They're gonna be doing all that shit they did back in the day, all that witchcraft. It ain't gonna work. You know, like last time we got together, we did this. We said this 3 times. We had the Ouija board. We put this incense together. You know. And last time we saw that demon just popped out of nowhere and told us what we needed to do.
What, them lying spirits?
Yeah. He ain't popping up this time. You know?
Maybe we need another Ouija board.
You know? You ain't gonna be able to escape. You ain't gonna be able to be saved, man. You know?
It's like I got family in Cuba that they into that. They put the pictures, they put the hats on, uniform on. They got the candle, they got the chicken. Yeah, they got the chicken. They got they be like, they got the whole corner of the room for the idol, man.
It's always a corner too. They always have like a little section or a little corner designated just to
they do the dances and shit, the rituals. But then it's like, then when you look at like the situation, you're like, what did it do? That nigga still underneath, burdened. That nigga still cursed.
That motherfuckers be poor as hell.
Yeah, that nigga still
All that
cursed.
shit y'all doing.
So the benefit from fearing the Lord is like it, bro. And fearing the Lord is the wisdom. The Lord will bless you. He will fulfill your desires, man. If you fear Him, you give Him that respect. So worshiping these idols ain't giving the Lord the respect due to His name, but He gonna come. What that nigga Birdman said? Y'all gonna put some respect on my name. The Lord, y'all gonna respect the goddamn Lord, man.
He said y'all gonna put some respect on my
So I'll treat y'all. Treat y'all.
Hey, boy.
Respect. He said, I don't want to hear no mother.
And that ain't even your real name, nigga. How the fuck we gonna put respect on Birdman and that ain't your goddamn name?
Hey, Birdman was a cartoon in the 50s. Yeah, Harvey Birdman. So what the fuck we gonna call you?
That's
Harvey
where they be
Birdman?
getting these rap nigga names from. Goddamn cartoons, bro. You know, the same people that make up cartoon names, same people that write the goddamn names out for these cartoons. This gonna be 20 Bird, Daffy Duck. It's the same nigga giving these niggas rap names.
They go riders for him.
Hell yeah.
DJ Porks.
So baby, dumb baby. You know? Man, we'll give y'all both the same name.
Just change the first part.
Yeah, we'll change the first part.
Wheezy Baby.
Yeah.
Same shit.
It's just pathetic, bro. You know, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel gotta go, man. The majority of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native men, they gotta be destroyed, man. Because they're wicked as hell, man. You know?
gonna have more people.
Y'all can wrap it up.
Con. Hey, so with that being said, Lord willing, you're edified through the Spirit, you know. Before we close out, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, teaching us the 100% truth, according to the Bible, and who rule well. And shalom to all you Akim and you Aqua, those in the hopeful elect that are seeking for salvation. Keep fighting, man. We're almost out of here.
Shalom.
Shalom.